I am thrilled to say that today I am joined by Thomas Lee, aka Snacks, aka the Jackson State team manager who went viral last year after hitting a three in the last minutes of Jackson State's game against Arkansas-Pine Bluff. The crowd erupted. Snacks, you became a legend. For those of who are listening and can't see, you're wearing a sweatshirt that says Snacks on it, and it's incredible. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me.
I'm well. Thank you for having me.
Where are you coming to me from?
I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. I'm currently in Jackson, Mississippi right now.
Okay, nice. And clearly, you delighted the world when you made it into that game last year. You went totally viral. You were on the Today Show. You're on all sorts of things, written up everywhere. And can you just tell me a little bit what that felt like for you?
It felt amazing to get the opportunity to be able to have that national exposure, as well as be able to go on platforms such as the Today Show, TM Sports, the different podcasts and things like that. It was a great experience to be able to represent not only just, my university, but my family and my upbringing as well.
What were you thinking? Like, what was going through your head? I read that you woke up and saw that you were everywhere. What did that feel like?
That morning when I woke up, I know our sports information director had called me and said, I need you at the school in an hour. You got interviews set up. My phone, I had to cut it on silent because it was just so many different notifications from Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snap, shout outs and things like this. So it was moving pretty fast.
That's so cool. So did your phone just freak out? Was it like, yeah, I can't keep up with this?
It actually didn't. I had expected it too, but yeah. I mean, I was kind of trying to stay on top of it because I also wanted to make sure that I responded back to everyone and, made sure all the people that I did know and things like that, the people that were reaching out, that I kind of responded in some sort of fashion.
That's so gracious of you. It can be hard to keep up with that stuff. I mean, I would imagine. I've never gone as viral as you have, but something that I just loved about it was, the moment that you hit that shot, there was just pure joy. Like, people will hit big shots and it'll be exciting, but there was something about the reaction to you that was just so delightful. And, it came out that you're a lovely person and that the team really loved you. But it felt just so genuine. Is that sort of how it felt in the moment? Like this real embrace from the crowd?
Definitely. It was definitely, it just felt, all the energy just felt genuine. Everybody was happy to see me go in and get an opportunity. Because, I mean, those opportunities don't come too often, especially, having a, certain body build to be athletic or, the different stereotypes of how you're supposed to look as an athlete. If someone looked at me, they probably say, oh, no, he won't ever play Division I basketball. But, for my coach to, take a chance and give me an opportunity to fulfill that dream, it was definitely a wonderful experience to be able to get out there with the guys. And, they gave me the ultimate confidence as well, saying, we got you, we're going to get you in. And every time we come down, we're going to make sure we get you the ball. So to hear that from your teammates that went out and played hard for you, it gave you all the confidence you needed.
I love it. You're a good shooter, man. Like, I look at you, I see an athlete. I mean, you sank that. It was a beautiful shot. And so tell me, am I correct? You stayed an extra year. So that was your 5th year last year to do what was going on with the school then?
That was my original senior year.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to dress out that year and participate in senior night. But the race was so tight in our conference standings that we had to defer it. So I said, I'm going to change my major and give myself another opportunity to be able to dress out. So I changed my major to recreation administration, and everything just kind of worked itself out that year. We were having a great year. I knew coach knew that it was the last opportunity that I get if I get one because, you only get 5 years to play for. So, we joked about it and I brought the idea back to him and we followed through with it. And, the athletic administration, they ensured that all my paperwork and everything was up to date and they got me cleared for play.
That's awesome. That's so cool. So you majored in recreation. What was it? Recreational management, did you say?
Recreation administration.
Administration, right. And can you tell me about that? Like what sort of stuff does that entail?
It entails, kind of facilitating your own recreational facility, which is something that I want to do. I want to, bring a recreational facility to my city and, give those athletes or, those guys like myself that may not be fortunate enough to get the proper training or the proper resources to be able to be great. I want to give them the platform or the, just the facilities to be able to kind of enhance their performance and get better day by day.
That's so great. Now, what are you up to these days? I mean, something that I think is kind of amazing about your story is that you were probably the last feel good story before we descended into this stupid
Right.
pandemic. You know,
Right.
like what was it, March 4th, March 5th last year?
Mine was March 2nd that I hit the shot, and I think probably around the 4th or 5th, it was starting to wind down.
Okay. So, I mean, you have this unbelievable experience and then everything just shuts down. What was that like?
It was kind of at times kind of sad, but at the same time, I kind of remained motivated. When it first shut down, I was like, no, not right now. And I was like, I'm just getting hot. I'm just getting momentum. Opportunities just coming. I missed so many opportunities, but I just continue to stay motivated. I missed the opportunity to go to Chicago the first weekend of March Madness with a lunch with Buffalo Wild Wings. Next week, you talk about being able to go to the 3x3 national championship with all the college seniors and be a part of it. And Final Four weekend to shoot commercials and just to be able to have those experiences. I just knew that opportunities on top of opportunities would grow from those things. But the matter of the fact still is just I still was able to gain some opportunities throughout the pandemic, which I was blessed to. And, the ESPYs kind of came during that time as well. So I kind of felt like it was more of a blessing in disguise that let's just say, if the season would have continued and in March, someone else would hit a big game winner, that moment would have outweighed, So it was kind of a blessing at the same time.
That's a good point that I hadn't thought of it that way. But yeah, I mean, you won an ESPY. Have you had any of those opportunities come back around at all? Like, for this year's tournament?
Not those same opportunities, which I'm not sure how they will do it this year with all the events or whatever. But I definitely like to be a part of some March Madness lunches and kind of bring that momentum back. I was able to acquire some deals with Buffalo Wild Wings, and I did a lunch with Wendy's, and I did a lot of different collaboration. I just finished one with the NBA for All-Star Weekend with a lunch with them with promoting the All-Star Weekend. So it's still been some opportunities which I've been blessed to have. So I'm just continuing to build on those.
That's great. That's great. I'm so glad to hear that. Now, what have you been up to this past year? You graduated in May, and what's your life been like? What are you doing?
It's been smooth sailing. I was graduate assistant Jackson State men's basketball team. We had a very, very good year, very, very good team. I also, did different events, promotional events for different launches with people in their individual businesses, as well as, of course, corporations like Buffalo Wild Wings. I did a New Year rally cap event that they had where they kind of wanted to encourage people that, this year would be better than last year. I did a lunch with them. And also just branding, just personal branding and marketing on my social medias and things like that, kind of showing people that I can still make the shot. I also did some recruiting this year with, I have my own Snack Pack Elite AAU team as well that's sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings. So I've been continuing to keep in touch with my players and make plans for this upcoming summer to kind of make it better than last year, because during the pandemic, it was crazy. We started an AAU team and traveled as well. So we were fortunate enough to not have any cases and everyone be safe, and we still got to travel and get that exposure for those kids, because some kids were seniors. So I felt like I wanted to give them an opportunity to, showcase their abilities before they went off to college, because it was so much uncertainty that if they would have a high school season or not.
Totally, totally. Wow, that's so cool. So are you coaching the team, or are you sort of? That's awesome. How the kids must have been so psyched when they found out you were their coach.
Oh, definitely. It was an amazing moment. With me being a guy that just likes to see high tempo offense, to see guys, give a lot of effort and defend, and just really just defend and score at a high level. They kind of bought into those type of things and were like, it's kind of fun. Like, we can make something out of this. And my first tournament, we went 5-0, won the championship. We definitely put Mississippi on notice that it was a fresh new organization, had some potential to be something special.
I love that. What was the team called?
Snackback Elite.
Snackback Elite. That's incredible. Oh my God. Can I get a jersey? What merch do you have for me, Snacks?
Oh, definitely. You can get a jersey. I got you. You'll be seeing it on social media and everything like that. We actually have our first tournament at the end of this month. So just be looking out for some content and some videos on my Instagram and Twitter, and I'll definitely be showcasing my AAU team for sure.
Okay, cool. I'm all in. I'm Snacks Back Elite's biggest fan now.
Appreciate it.
Oh, of course. So I have to ask you about something that I read in an article. You are a talented piano player and an organist. Is that correct?
Right. I do play piano, and I have my own live band as well.
How cool is that? What's the band called?
Thomas and Friends.
Thomas and Friends? Oh my God, like the Tank Engine?
Right, yeah. Live band, yeah.
Dude, I love that. What kind of music do you play?
We do all kind of music, R&B, jazz, soul, gospel, rap, any kind of genre of music. Most time when we get it ahead of time, we can kind of execute it and get a couple practices in, and we'll be ready.
That's awesome. How many of you are there?
It's 5 of us.
All right, so you got, what do you play keys? Do you sing?
I play the keys. We have bass guitar, a lead guitar, a drummer, and one singer.
That is awesome. So what are you listening to these days? What are you really into?
I've been into a lot of different kind of music. I try to, train my ear to just expand beyond what I listen to. And I just been listening to different music, like more classical music sometimes, more jazz sometimes, more country sometimes, more just everything. Kind of just trying to spread out my knowledge, because it also not only just make me versatile in my playing, but it kind of trains my ear to hear different sounds, different matches and things like that, and make me a better musician.
Totally. My grandfather was a classical music composer. And so I always think it's fun when people are getting more into it, because it's not as common, but did you watch any of the Grammys last night?
I watched a little bit of it. I really didn't get a chance to just sit down and watch it, because I had got some of my guys from my AAU team together, and we went out at 8 and things like that. So.
That's awesome. That's a good thing. I think it's better to hang out with your AAU kids than necessarily watch all the Grammys. So I think you're a great coach. I think you're doing it right. Well, listen, Snacks, it is such a pleasure to chat with you. Is there anything else that you want the people to know?
No, I just want to probably just challenge people to always just be you, and every day that you get up, just challenge yourself to be the best version of yourself, and you'll never go wrong.
I love that. Well, you're a delight. I'm thrilled we got to chat, and let me know when Snacks Back Elite has their first game. I'll cheer you guys on from afar.
Okay, we'll do. I definitely post the schedule. I'll let you know when we play.
Okay, awesome. Sounds good, Snacks. Thanks so much. Hey pals, thanks for watching the People's Sports Podcast YouTube channel. For more of mine and Mark's very weird rabbit holes, stick around, watch more. You can subscribe, smash that subscribe button. You know you want to. We're going to give you all the weird stuff we possibly can.